Good morning, I'm Sunetra Choudhury, political editor of the Hindustan Times, bringing you all that you need to know about COVID-19 on Tuesday, the 16th of June. First up, a look at the numbers. Across the country, there may be more than 3 lakh cases, but the number of active cases stands at 150,000 or 1.5 lakh. In just the last 24 hours, there have been an additional 10,074 cases, and the number of deaths do look to cross 10,000 mark today. Currently is at 9,915. Which brings us to our top story. The center has now written to states to talk to the private sector and come up with fixed rates in order to treat COVID-19 patients. This comes after fears across the country and on social media as rate lists came up and emerged which showed really exorbitant rates. And so they have said that they should speak to the private sector and come up with reasonable rates so that both the patients and the hospitals know how to optimally use all these facilities. We are seeing the cases rising across the country, and this, they hope, will make sure that all the infrastructure is used to the best possible capacity. Well, Telangana state has already done this. They've fixed the rates as well after allowing private labs to conduct tests. So for testing, for instance, while nationally the rates are around 4,500, in Telangana they've fixed the rate of testing at 2,200. The other fixed rates are that if for the use of private wards, it's 4,000 per day, 7,500 in ICU, and for the use of ventilators in ICU, they've capped the rates at 9,000 rupees per day. So just an instance how one state has fixed prices, we may see this extending to other states as well. Today is the day the Prime Minister begins his next round of consultations with chief ministers, and they are going to be speaking about unlockdown. Remember, the center has ruled out bringing in another lockdown, but Tamil Nadu, which had just 3 days ago told the High Court they won't be locking down again, has now imposed the lockdown in 4 districts, including Chennai, till the end of the month. The expert panel, which also has WHO Soumya Swaminathan, has advised them to do so because they said that Tamil Nadu is seeing the peak of its cases and they fear that there may be a second wave, and that's why Tamil Nadu has imposed this lockdown till the end of the month. Well, what could the impact of the lockdown be? Well, we've seen the economy taking a major hit, and just in another indicator of it, the figures are out now of GST and of diesel consumption, and both have a telling story about how the economy is being hit. In fact, GST revenue for April and May fell by 56%, and the consumption of diesel by 42%. So 2 major indicators of the state of the economy. It can be seen for the 4-phase lockdown, which was there from March 25th till May 31st. And experts are hoping that in the coming months, these figures pick up. Because most of the restrictions have now been taken away, but a lot of the consumer enthusiasm is down even now. And finally, another fallout that is there of the lockdown and of COVID fears is the increased interest in cycling and using that as a commute. Hindustan Times has gone ahead and spoken to shopkeepers across the capital region, and they've all noted significant rise in sales. According to census figures, 2011 census, in fact, there are 48% of commutes is less than 5 kilometers, so they are really doable by cycling. However, it is very, very limited here in Delhi, and so environmentalists are hoping the good side of it, the positive impact of all of this, is that many more people commute these short distances to work by cycling. Those are the news updates for now. Keep tracking them on hindustantimes.com.